Welcome, welcome everyone. I am so excited to have you joining us. I want to present to you, we have a special guest today. We have streamer King Ali, who's going to be sharing with us his expertise on streaming on dating apps and also to give us some insights on Valentine's Day because it is coming up and we want to hear, from a man's perspective, how to go about planning for Valentine's Day. So I want to give him a warm welcome. Welcome, streamer King Ali.
Hello, hello, hello. Good to
Yeah,
be
if you
here.
wanna if you wanna share a bit about yourself.
Yeah, I've been streaming POF for almost 2 years now. I've been a top badge on there since October of 2021. My diamond count's about 47 milli, almost 48 now. Yeah, we got a nice community of people, nice motivational community of people that we're around. And yeah, streaming is like a new hobby for me. It's like a new hobby and passion for me. So trying to see how far I can take it.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, you do build community, you build a platform, and you meet a lot of interesting people. I know that's where we met. And it's been definitely an experience for me meeting different people as well. So share with me a little bit about what you see happening on dating apps that people are going to really look for dating and that community and connection. What's been your experience in how you see people approaching it?
Well, I see people doing it both ways. I see people on there strictly for dating, and I see people on there strictly for streaming, and I see people on there doing it both, streaming and dating. I think you can date anywhere. I think just from it being a dating app shouldn't like turn you off to try to find somebody on there because there's somebody everywhere. But honestly, I think it's good for dating apps to incorporate streaming because it kind of creates a third dimensional view of the person that you want to get to know. If you did want to get to know somebody that just happened to be a streamer and maybe wanted to date them, seeing them on a live stream kind of gives you that third dimensional perspective and kind of lets you get to know them on a little deeper level. So I think it could be a really good tool. I think more dating apps should implement live streaming platforms. I think it would be good.
I absolutely agree, Ali, on that. I know that for me it's been interesting. You definitely get to know people on a different level. You see how they react in different situations. You kind of get like that behind the scenes look on people in general. You definitely get to know them on a different level.
Right.
So and yeah, it's definitely something that different apps might look into because there's nothing like that visual of getting to know someone, hearing them. And I think we all know, it's really prevalent in our culture, like catfishing. You see the people, the
Right.
pictures, and
Yeah,
then you
exactly.
never know who you're really talking to. And when you have someone like up in video, up close and personal, you can hear them, you can video chat with them, excuse me, it definitely builds a different connection and a different level of getting to know one another. So I definitely agree with you on that. And right now a lot of people that are looking to date, that are looking, to make that connection, I've seen personally in my life as a streamer and my life as a dating coach that a lot of people have met their match, and then you have the people that are like scrambling like, oh no, Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
Right.
What do you think about that, about how there's this, right, there's cuddle season, right, where you lock someone in and people are rushing to get into these relationships to have someone for Valentine's Day. What are your inputs on that?
I definitely think you shouldn't rush and get into a relationship just for Valentine's Day because you're gonna be sad when it starts getting hot outside and you don't want to cuddle anymore because it's warm outside. So I think you should just excuse me, wait till you have somebody that you want to be around all the time, and then get into a relationship with them. But it's just one of those things where we're kind of brainwashed into thinking that we have to be laid up with somebody on February 14th when in all reality February 14th is just really another day. But it's good to feel special, but it's just it's like a cover that's been put over our eyes, so I don't really pay it too much attention, especially if I'm not in a relationship at the time. That's just another day for me. I just make money the same day I made money the last day with that day. So But honestly, if you're on the app and you're a streamer, it's good to stream on Valentine's Day because you can kind of add some comfort and uh, uh, keep people company that don't have anybody on Valentine's Day. So that's a really good thing if you're a streamer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And any day really, you can go on there and connect with people and have interesting conversations. But I do notice that there's a bit more emphasis on, there's cuffing season and now we got Valentine's Day and like, there's all these things that kind of put the pressure on someone, excuse me, that who might be actively dating, who might be actively, pursuing a relationship. They might feel like the pressure is on, and I do want to encourage them not to be discouraged and to definitely take their time, because you don't want to settle
Right.
just for the moment, just to say you have someone, just to fill that void, when
Mhm.
you can use other means of connecting and feeling like you're not alone, and building that community and really having someone and really a place where you can share your ideas and connect with others and just kind of get some feedback. Because the truth is, like, most likely you're not alone, right? All of us are human. We all go through moments of perhaps feeling lonely or feeling like wanting to connect with others, and perhaps on a deeper level, but knowing that you're not alone in that journey of actually meeting someone is really comforting. So whether
Right.
it's on the streaming community, or with my private clients, we have a group on Facebook. We have a private community for women that are going through the dating process, that are going out there on dates and getting ready to
Mhm.
meet people and really feel supported, because they're not alone. There's a bunch of other people going through the same thing.
Right.
So again, I want to definitely highlight that, because for me, streaming has brought that sense of community, in meeting other like-minded individuals, that might not necessarily be there for dating, but for networking and connecting, because you never know who you might meet. So with that said, you definitely see a lot of different events going on around different holidays, and that I also feel might put a little pressure on for those who might feel like that's what they want to create in their life. What do you think are some good ways for people that are looking to connect, to really meet, or perhaps ask someone on a date, who might want to pursue that Valentine?
I would definitely try to meet someone from your local area because the less stress you got on traveling, the better. So I would say that'd be a first step. Then try to find someone who enjoys doing some of the same things as you. So it's kind of seamless when y'all get together and just interact with each other. Um, but if you're dating a streamer, I definitely recommend that you go to their stream and just wait around, talk to them, see what the vibes is, see how they interact with other people because that means a lot. The way people interact with other people. So look at that. Also, just trust your gut. Trust your gut. Don't do anything out of haste. Don't do anything just because you want somebody, and don't settle. I feel like if you get someone out of desperation, that's the same thing as settling. And when you settle, you always take that back. You always regret it or resent it. So never do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Absolutely. And you mentioned something interesting, that it's really important, to take your time to get to know a person. As people, when you have a platform like a streaming platform, you have that kind of that luxury of kind of sitting back and watching a person, excuse me, and seeing their interactions.
Mhm.
And sometimes people jump the gun. You don't give yourself enough time with someone to really see that, to really genuinely get to know what their values are, what, how they are, they kind with people, are they just, what's really going on behind closed doors, because someone can be one way with you at one particular moment in time, and be a completely, right, like, different person behind closed doors. So that's
Right.
really key. I definitely agree with that, and taking your time, not rushing, and going for it. If there's someone out there that you've had your eye on, that you've, perhaps thought that, they were attractive, there's nothing wrong with making it known, and that
Right.
there's definitely ways, right? There's definitely ways of going about it in a smoother way.
Hmm.
But don't hold back, because I know that, they say you regret what you don't do, right? You don't
Right.
really, I mean, I'm sure you might regret some things you've done, but you'll definitely regret the things that you don't do. So, yeah. And Valentine's Day, and I'll share this, Valentine's Day, at least for me growing up, was a holiday for friends and family. Like, where you celebrate like your loved ones, but it was more
Right.
focused on like friends and family.
Mm.
So, don't forget to celebrate those people that are your community, that are your support, that are the ones that are around you, that rally around you, that love on you and support you, that hear you out, because those are the ones, right, that day was really meant for you to enjoy with those that genuinely love you and support you, not
Exactly.
necessarily, yeah, having to be in a relationship. So that's super
Exactly.
important for everyone to remember. Once again, I want to thank streamer King Ali so much for joining us, for his input. I know many of you ladies want to know, a man's perspective and how to use and navigate, when dating a streamer or someone you've met online. So hopefully this is giving you a little behind the scenes insight on what that's like. And if you'd like to connect with streamer King Ali more, please don't forget to follow him. He did mention he's a streamer on Plenty of Fish. And you can also find him on Instagram and YouTube at Streamer King Ali. And check out his merchandise at tywbrand.com. And Streamer King Ali, if you want to say your goodbyes or any other words that you want to share with our community.
Well, hey, I just want to give a shout out to you. Shout out to all my people on POF. Excuse me, all my online family and all the admins on POF that make, the app a great place to stream on. And I really appreciate you having me on here.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time to be here to have this conversation with us, and once again to share the insider secrets on what goes on in the streaming world, and how to possibly meet your match on there. So thank you again. And everyone that's listening, don't forget to subscribe, to fave, to follow, comment. We want to hear your insights and your thoughts on our conversation.